Hi there and welcome back to Nico Talks Hockey. Today we've got a long video because we're going through every organization, every team's jersey history. And I'm picking one jersey out of all the jerseys I've ever had, and I'm picking my favorite. So I don't want to waste any time. We got 32 teams to get through. So let's go through, starting with the Anaheim Ducks. Anaheim Ducks, it's got to be the Wild Wing jersey. I want to preface this video with saying that I'm a big fan of jerseys that are very unique. Jerseys that look good, still look good, but are very unique and are not afraid to just be out there and do something that is kind of wacky, kind of not what every other team does. I think you may see that if you've been watching this channel for maybe a little bit, you can see that's kind of a trend with my interest in things, logos, jerseys, mascots, anything. You put yourself out there and you be a little unique. That's right up my alley. So yeah, I love this jersey. Cool colors, cool color pattern, and you've got the duck breaking out of the ice. It's awesome, and it's my favorite Ducks jersey. My favorite Boston Bruins jersey, they're up next, and it's the Bruins 1995 to 2006 jersey, the floating bear head. A lot of people don't like this jersey, and I guess I understand why. It's almost too wacky, but not for me. It's awesome. I love that, like, the bear, he's like giving like a little smirk. How can you not love him? He's got personality. Yeah, he's awesome, and the Bruins jersey, that's my favorite in their entire history. I know that the spoked bee, it's amazing. I really do like that logo, but this takes the cake for me. Moving on to the Buffalo Sabres. The Buffalo Sabres, my favorite jersey of theirs is their reverse retro jersey from 2023. This is, they've had some good jerseys, but it's not, and a lot of them have been kind of uninspired. I think this one, I love the goat head. I don't like it on the black and red. I think when I think of the Sabres, they're a blue and gold team. So you put the buffalo head on the blue and gold. To me, that's perfect. It's a little bit too much white for me. If they could, put the buffalo head on like a blue background, blue base for the jersey, then in my mind, it would be perfection. But still, my favorite Sabres jersey. Moving on to the Calgary Flames. Calgary Flames, it's another reverse retro, but this time it's from 2021. It's the flaming horse logo. I just had actually someone the other day said they weren't a fan of the flaming horse head. They like the sea. Well, I can respect how clean the sea can look. I just love the personality that the horse brings. It's so good. It's staring right into your soul. So, and the black looks so clean with the red. You've got like the red and yellow. It almost looks like the Vancouver Canucks colors, almost like the flying skate colors. I'm a sucker for that color pattern. So yeah, this jersey is so good. The horse with the flames coming out of his nostrils, it's too good. It's one of my favorite jerseys of all time, honestly. So yeah, my favorite Flames jersey. Moving on to the Carolina Hurricanes, it's their current home jersey. I talked about this in my top 10 favorite home jerseys, and this came in at like top 5. This was in like the top 5. It's a beautiful jersey. Again, the black and red color scheme, I'm a sucker for it, and I love the logo so much. So to me it's their best jersey for sure. Moving on to Chicago Blackhawks, we're going in alphabetical order here. So after Carolina, it's Chicago. The Chicago Blackhawks jersey, honestly, it's their new centennial jersey. When that dropped, I know that some critics were saying that, it's not really too different. What did they change? They put a gold line around the logo and changed the collar to black instead of white. That's perfection. That's perfect. That's good enough for me. The gold outline, first of all, when you look at it up close, it looks so good. I think it adds so much, and the gold outline on the numbers as well. I know I don't have a picture here of the back, but and then the collar, you got rid of the front collar, and the back collar is black. It looks so good. It's one of my favorite jerseys in the whole league. Out of all the jerseys I've ever seen, this is one of my favorite, and it's my favorite Blackhawks one. Moving on to the Colorado Avalanche, they're next up. and it's the current Avalanche home jersey. Maybe that's a little boring, but I think they've nailed it. You've got the awesome, you've got two different patches. You've got the C, and then you've got the Bigfoot foot. And then you've got the great jersey, great color pattern with the blue and the purple. I know that they've kind of switched that up at different times throughout their history, but I think it looks great like this. You don't have to go with the straight line at the bottom. They didn't. I like they kind of mixed it up and went for like a, I don't even know what you call it, but it's just not that straight line. It's like it ends in a point. So yeah, great color pattern. It's like that. I don't even know what that red is. Would you call it a maroon? Like a maroon and a nice blue. Yeah, it's very, very, very good looking jersey. Moving on to Columbus. The Columbus Blue Jackets. My favorite jersey in their history is the alternate third jersey. That is the current alternate third jersey. It's that great cream color, and I've never been a fan of their logo. Not a big fan of their current logo, but what I am a fan of is that cannon. That cannon looks sick. Keep that. Make that your main logo. And then you've got the Columbus Blue Jays coming around. You get the star right under it. And that awesome cream color that goes so well with the blue. This should be their main jersey. This is so clean. It would make me like the Blue Jackets more. I think that this is their best jersey in my opinion. Moving on to the Dallas Stars, a little bit controversial because when it comes to this jersey, you either really love it or you really hate it. Well, for me, I really love it. It is their current alternate blackout jersey. Some people say this is the most overrated jersey in the whole league. I think it's one of the most underrated. I'm a big fan of the, that pop, the glow that comes for it. The logo's kind of sick, right? I mean, the Dallas logo is already kind of, it's a little boring. It's just a D with a star behind it. You add the outline of Texas behind it, and you make it cooler, in my opinion. The green is beautiful. My favorite color is it changes on any given day, but it's green is probably it most days. So you win extra points with me if it's green, and that's a wonderful green. It's like a slime green, like a Ghostbusters Slimer green. I love it so much. Yeah, favorite Stars jersey for sure. Moving on to Detroit. Red Wings, and they've had so many great jerseys throughout their history, but my favorite is from 2014, their Winter Classic jersey. This is sexy. You've got a nice cream color. It's not just white, right? You go with the cream, you go with the red. You had nice stripes here. It's that takes someone who knows how to make a jersey to know what kind of stripes would work, and you go with something that doesn't always be seen. So there's two stripes there at the top, and then you've got the big stripe with a smaller, thinner stripe at the bottom, and then I love the logo. It's not your average. It's not your normal Detroit Red Wings logo. It's like more of like a cartoon almost. It looks awesome. And it fits the fun vibe of like Winter Classic. Detroit, just in case you forgot the city. No, it's my favorite Detroit Red Wings jersey, and they've had a lot of good ones, so that's saying a lot. Moving on to Edmonton Oilers, they don't always have good jerseys, at least in my opinion, but this one is my favorite. It's from 2023. It's their Heritage Classic jersey. I've always been a fan of the orange and blue. But I don't like the orange as the main color. I like the blue as the main color, and then the orange is the second color. This looks the cleanest that the Oilers jersey ever looked. I don't go with the whole, like the oil rigger person. Don't go that. The oil drop looks so nice. When it comes to logos, that looks very clean. You've got the ribbon with their name on it. I just love it. I guess I'm not the biggest fan of like kind of how this part was structured. I thought that could probably be done maybe a little bit better. But if the Oilers, it's not the greatest. I don't know how to put this, but like, what does that invoke? Well, when you put the oil drop here, I think that it just encapsulates everything for a name that is a little enigmatic. So yeah, this is a very nice jersey, and it's my favorite Oilers jersey. Moving on to the Panthers, I can't believe they're after, but they are alphabetically after. The Panthers jersey, This is in the top three at the very least, maybe top one, favorite jerseys of all time of anything ever. It's their reverse retro from 2023. This is one of the most beautiful things I've ever looked at. You've got a wonderful, wonderful like sky blue as the background, right? Then you've got their classic red and orange colors, and then you have this, used to be their patch, their shoulder patch, but now you have that as their main front and center logo, and it looks so good. The sun, palm tree, and a hockey stick. It's like everything that flies in the face. It flies in the face of anyone who's ever said that hockey can't work in places that are too hot. It obviously can, right? So this is just it's a gorgeous jersey. I'm going to eventually have to get this jersey because it is so good looking. Moving on to the Kings, my favorite jersey, and what I think that should be their main one. Ditch the kind of bland and boring black and white jersey. Go to the purple and yellow, or the purple and gold. My favorite jersey of theirs is the reverse retro from 2021. This is a work of art, and this is like a slam dunk decision in my opinion. Like if I was in control of what the main Kings jersey is going to be, you go with purple. No one else is purple. You have a chance to be so unique here, and a throwback too. Everyone likes retro, so just go with it. To me, it looks awesome. I've always also preferred the crown instead of their current jersey, like the different crown, like the bejeweled crown. Not the other kind of logo. Sorry, I think it's a jersey instead of logo. But yeah, purple gold. It's beautiful. My favorite Kings jersey. Moving on to my favorite Minnesota Wild jersey. It's a reverse retro. It's the Subway jersey from 2023. Yeah, I know it's Subway, and look, I know it's Subway. I don't really care. I think it just the colors look so clean. The white with the yellow and green, it works for the Wild. I'm also a fan of their current home jersey, but I didn't want to pick another current home jersey, especially because I like this one so much. It just pops more, right? I know that the forest green works really well for the Minnesota Wild and everything that they are and what they represent, but yeah, it pops out to you more, and it just grabs your attention more, so that's why it's my favorite. Moving on to my favorite Canadiens, Montreal Canadiens jersey. This one was tough. They've got a lot of good looking jerseys. I almost picked the nice sky, or I don't even know if it was sky blue, but that like baby blue almost jersey. That was the reverse retro. But I went with something that is their main colors, but it's not their current one. It's from 2007 to the 2015. It's their home jersey from that time period. I love I know this is not part of the, excuse me, it's not part of the jersey, but the blue pants complements the jersey so well, and the blue helmet as well. It's not too different from their current home jersey, but there's enough changes there that I prefer, and it gives me that old nostalgic feeling that I think the Canadiens should give you. That their vibe should give you something that is, timely, or not timely, but more like it's been around for a long time. And yeah, it gives me the vibes of seeing Subban in that jersey. So yeah, favorite Canadiens jersey. Moving on to my favorite Nashville Predators. I nearly chose that funny looking Predators logo one, but no, I think their best one is from relatively recent, 2016 to 17. It was just for 1 year. It was their home jersey. Yeah, it's in my opinion their best logo. I think when it's just a silver logo, when it's like their the saber-tooth head, but it's just silver, I think it can be a little lacking color. So you add the yellow tint to the logo, and then I just like how they kind of carved it up. It's the arms are not so straight. It gives vibes of like a wild animal. So yeah, it's not like my favorite jersey of all time, but it's definitely my favorite of the Predators. Moving on to the Devils, nothing can beat their current home jersey right now. I think that it's really nice to look at. Super clean, it's simple but great. So yeah, it's the favorite Devils jersey. There's no arguing with me there. Moving on to the New York Islanders. I love the Fisherman. Much like the Dallas Stars and maybe the Calgary Flames logos, a lot of people hate, the blackout jersey for the Stars. A lot of people hate the horse head for the Flames, and a lot of people don't like the Fisherman, but a lot of people do, and I'm one of those people. So I love the Fisherman. I think it's way better than their current logo. I think their logo, honestly, currently is not that great. Go with the Fisherman. That adds some personality. That adds, a character that you can look at and be like, okay, those are Islanders, right? And gosh, do I love the design choice. I know it's different, but I love the design choice to go with like the wavy lines there at the bottom. Wonderful colors, orange, a nice teal blue. Yeah, it's a really, really, really nice jersey. Moving on to the New York Rangers. I think when you're looking at any of the Rangers jerseys in the past, if you're trying to rank which is the best, you have to start with jerseys that have Lady Liberty right here. Yeah, it's cool to, the Rangers word mark, right? The Ranger across. That's cool. I also like their shield logo. It's good, but the Lady Liberty logo is their best, and it's not even close. So you got to put that at the front. I think it gets drowned out a little bit when you have the main color be like blue or dark blue. So it against the white in the 1998-99 white Lady Liberty jersey, yeah, that's it for me. You also have the shield already on the shoulder patches, so I love that when it's a compromise, right? If people like the jersey that's already current, but you're looking to make another jersey, you put the alternate on here and you put the regular one on the shoulder. It's as simple as that. So this one, so clean jersey, one of my favorites. I can picture Mark Messier wearing it right now. Yeah, one of my favorite jerseys and my favorite Ranger jersey. Moving on to the Senators, a little boring, but I love the Ottawa Senators current home jersey. Definitely loved when they changed their logo to this logo. I think it's way better. Never really liked the old Senators logo. It's a little creepy in all honesty, but this current logo is one of the best. I didn't have it in my top 10, but I probably would have had it like 11th or 12th. That's how much I like this logo. Really nice, clean shoulder patches as well. Very, very nice. Just an awesome logo that gives you the right amount of personality without looking like too creepy. Because if you're looking at a person who's like looking right back at you, it can look a little creepy if done wrong. And so, but I think this is really nice. Black, red. You already know I'm a sucker for it. Yeah, favorite Senators jersey. Moving on to the Philadelphia Flyers. Philadelphia Flyers' best jersey, in my opinion, was their Winter Classic jersey from 2012. Just a wonderful blend of that bright orange, like really orange juice, bright sun orange. That when the Flyers really dig into that, it can look really nice, especially when you have the black on the shoulders and on the arms and the bottom of the jersey to accentuate it. It makes the orange pop out even more. This is so clean. For the captains or the alternate captains, they had that nice little emblem there, so that looked awesome. And then the logo itself, not a fan of the logo, but the black of the logo looks so good against this bright of an orange. To me, it's the cleanest that the Flyers have ever looked. Moving on to the Pittsburgh Penguins, maybe a little bit of blasphemy because they've had so many good jerseys with their yellow and their black, but I can't get enough of their Winter Classic from 2008. Their Winter Classic jersey from 2008, that blue and that white, it's like you think of hockey. You think of Sidney Crosby. You think of him scoring beautiful goals. You think of him, not even reaching his prime yet. It gives me so many good feelings. So I understand that there's like a lot of good jerseys in Penguins history. You had the Robo Penguin that I actually, I'm a fan of. You have the yellow and black that still looks really good, but this blue and white combination, It's like ice. It just gives you the feeling of like going out in a pond and skating and playing some good hockey. So yeah, favorite Penguins jersey. Moving on to San Jose Sharks, it's their current jersey. I talked about how much I like this jersey in my other video of all home jerseys ranked, or top 10 home jerseys ranked. And yeah, they had that other really cool Sharks jersey that was kind of more simplified, more just like it didn't have a lot of color to it, but it still looked really nice. I like that logo, but this logo I think is their best, and it just doesn't get better with the striping pattern and the color, that teal that just looks so nice, and like that ocean. It's like a deep ocean that a shark is. You'll see a shark fin pop out of. Yeah, favorite Sharks jersey. Only a few jerseys left, but here comes the Kraken, and I love this jersey so much, so that's why I put it at my favorite Kraken jersey. It's their current home jersey, and I know that's a little bit boring. I really considered putting their reverse retro, the first one they did. That looked so good, but nothing beats the current one. I talked about how much I loved it in the other video, but it just is so that the colors work so well with each other. I think that it's just so pleasing to the eye, or at least my eyes. Yeah, that sea foam blue, the deep blue as the background, the wonderful logo, and the shoulder patch. Yeah, favorite Kraken jersey, and probably favorite top 3 jerseys of all time. Moving on to the St. Louis Blues. They've had a lot of good jerseys, but I like, my favorite is their 2017 Winter Classic jersey. To me, I like the lighter blue as opposed to the darker blue they went with for a long time. I like the lighter blue colors. I think that looks really nice, when paired with that yellow they have. The Blue Note, classic Blue Note, looks wonderful. Yeah, not too much going on, but that's a good thing. It's a lot like the Sabres. Like it's almost like what I wish the Sabres looked like if the yellow was a little bit more gold, and the blue was obviously just a little bit different. But yeah, it's a very nice jersey. I wish that this is their main one from 2017 Winter Classic. Moving on to the Tampa Bay Lightning. I think we only have like 5 jerseys left. Moving on to the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm getting silly with it. It's their 1996 to 1999 alternate jersey. This was switched up a bit for the reverse retro, but in my opinion, the reverse retro is not even as good as their first try at this. This is silly and wacky and unique and so different, and that's why I love it. This is like the craziest I've seen any NHL team, besides maybe the Wild Wing jersey, get with their jersey. And props to them. You've got, cool Lightning logo, right? You've got a great Lightning logo. The word mark for Tampa Bay Lightning is kind of like, it's almost like an old 1930s black and white horror film kind of lettering that you would see in those kind of films. So I know that's kind of random, but that's just the vibes it gives me. And then you've got the rain in the background, you've got the waves, and then of course you've got the lightning on the arms. This is one of my favorite jerseys of all time. It is so great, and I wish that people would just allow themselves to like fun things, because this is so fun. Moving on to the Toronto Maple Leafs. So many different jerseys to choose from. This one took a while for me to end up on. I almost picked the St. Pat's jersey, but that's not the Leafs. I wanted to pick something that was true to them, so I went with their 2014 Winter Classic jersey. As you can see the logo there. The logo, that's my favorite version of the logo. It's not so clean cut. It's not so almost just, I don't know how to put this, like robotic. Or it allows, there's life to the logo, right? It looks like an actual leaf, like a maple leaf. So I love how that looks. And then the striping, it looks decent. It's not, the best, but in all fairness, I think that the Leafs, they haven't been the most creative throughout their history, but I think this is the best they've ever looked in 2014, the Winter Classic. Moving on to the Mammoth, there's only one jersey to pick from. I look forward to when they release alternate styles, but for what it's worth, their one jersey they have is quite good so far. Very nice blue, matches obviously with the outline, outline of the border of their logo. Their logo is sick, looks awesome. So glad they went with the mammoth. I'm not a fan of too much of the shoulder patches on the black jersey. On the white jersey, obviously you've got Utah, and then you've got the logo, so that's good. But on the black one, yeah, I think it could look, do a little bit better than just the outline of the state. But either way, the blue goes really well with the white and black, and this is the best mammoth jersey. Moving on to the Vancouver Canucks. This is the final four here. Vancouver Canucks, my favorite jersey from theirs. Although I said how much I liked their current home jersey in the other video, my favorite jersey of theirs is the Flying Skate. Just awesome colors and a very, very nice logo. You've got the Canucks within the skate blade. You've got the skate and it's rushing past. Awesome colors. Just gives you a feeling of just, I don't know, it's just a retro vibe, and it makes me feel all good inside. This is a wonderful jersey. Just great color pattern. Yeah, Flying Skate. That's the best Vancouver Canucks jersey. Moving on to the final three at Vegas. I went boring again, but it really is that good. It's their current home gold jersey, not their dark gray one. I love their gold one. It's so unique. It's maybe pops more than any other jersey. It just pops out at you because of its bright gold. So yeah, wonderful jersey. Knights are killing it on the jersey front. In fact, all the two new recent expansion teams are killing it on that front. Moving on to our second to last one, it's the Washington Capitals, and my favorite jersey of theirs. The conversation has to start with the screaming eagle on the front here, on the crest. Not a fan of their current logo, the Capitals. It's not that good. But their eagle is amazing. Their flying eagle with the stars and the wings. Why isn't this their main logo? I don't get it. I think that'd be wonderful. Their shoulder patches is like, the Capitol building. This looks so good. You can still have the Capitals there. You still have the Capitals there in the, in the sideways, near the bottom of the jersey. So, and then you have the red. The red is like the main color in the background. Don't give me blue. Don't give me white. Don't give me black. Give me that red. It looks so nice. And then lastly, we get to our last team in the alphabetical order. It's the Winnipeg Jets. Any Jets fans watching, I'm sorry you always have to wait so long when people go through alphabetical order. But this is a very, very good jersey. It's their Royal Canadian Air Force jersey. This is probably top 10 for me of all time. This is just clearly their best jersey. The blue is obviously what starts it off. You start off with that wonderful, bright baby blue. I always confuse the baby blue with the sky blue. I don't really know the difference, but maybe this is baby blue. Either way, you also have the great logo. I'm a big fan of the logo. Don't change it up. I know that there's the Jets, the kind of like that word mark. Definitely prefer this current logo to that logo. Yeah, and then when it's the Royal Canadian Air Force. It's just got this prestige to it that yeah, it looks so clean. So that's it. That's my favorite jersey from every team's history of jerseys. I really, really wanted to know what you thought of my picks in the comments. Let me know what your favorites are from any team that you watch, and any team of their jerseys. Tell me in the comments what your favorite is. I'm sorry, I apologize for how long this video is, but there's 32 teams and I didn't want to miss a single one. So again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.